2021 Honda HRV. And we've got steering controls, check. We've got radio, check. Factory camera, retained, check. But I guarantee he'll be back because this one is terrible. So, with that being said, let's go show you how I did everything in 3, 2, 21 Honda. Oh, it doesn't tell me what this is. I'm disappointed. But I'm taking that radio out. Ready? Pull this guy out. Drop the glove box. Makes it easier. You can pull from here, and the whole puppy will come out. See, all clips. Then you unplug the hazard light, and then leave it up on the dash. 1 screw, 2 screw with screw gun. Throw it on the floor. See that 1 screw buried in the dash? You gotta get that one out with a really long bit. So I extended my bit with another bit, and let's go get him out. Now you pull. And then you unplug everything. Because we're gonna put all that in. But I'm showing you how to get rid of the radio first. So let's start installing some of this stuff. We've got 10 adapter, check. Dash kit, check. Wire harness, check. Steering control, check. And a TR4 to make sure this puppy 2770 works while it's driving. And we're also going to put this guy in because what I just found out is the 1731, this guy, gives you the camera out. I likey. So that plugs into here. I likey. And it gives you the camera, but I like it. Let's make a YouTube video so you guys can do this on your own. So let's take everything out of the box and start wiring this stuff up. And this plugs in right to the steering control. Awesome. Makes it so much easier. You don't have to worry about wiring this up. So let's start using our razor. Let's get a garbage bag and let's start cooking. So here's a little trick that I love to do all the time. Use the dash kit. Now, you've got a garbage bag to throw all your stuff in there. And there you go. As you cut everything, just throw it right in there. There's your garbage bag. So, let's get the stuff going. We got the dash kit open. Let's get all the stuff and use all our tools that we have links to everywhere. And let's start using the manual, which we won't need because we are supposed to be professional, but you can read it if you'd like. Up to you. There's only one way to put this together because as you saw when you pulled the radio out, the screws run in the top right corners. Now, if the radio was heavier, I'd put this little panel that I threw away. These radios nowadays weigh nothing. And if someone's gonna, if you want to argue the theft aspect of it, listen. If they're gonna steal your radio, they ain't gonna worry about this one last screw. It's gonna break anyway. So if it was a heavier radio, sure, this is a nice feature. But I got rid of it because you don't need it. So, right in the garbage bin. Bye. Garbage, because they gave it this in the wire harness. So this is what I love about this world. Look how big this bag is, okay? This is probably a good, let's compare it to the box. Look, you ready for this? Let's see what's inside. Let's see what Santa brought us so we can see why this bag is so big that we need to have this for that. So Christmas has come early. We've got a piece of paper and this. All that plastic for this. So let's see if we can get this to go into a smaller baggie. Wait, we can. Why is this relevant? It's not, but it is just wasteful. So let's throw it in the garbage. Little strippings, little clippings. right in the garbage. I've seen professionals leave that all over cars, like these. See this? These little guys? I've seen professionals, yes, professionals, throw these all over cars. Why? Just get a garbage bag. So since the unveiling of the radio in this big, huge cardboard box, we got a bigger bag because we have more garbage. See that? Now we're going to take the little bag and put it in the big bag because look how much garbage we have. All garbage. And now it won't stay because there's so much garbage. Look at this little hill right here. It's like, wee! Nah, won't even stay. Why is this relevant? It's not, but it's fun. Okay, let's stuff it. Because look how much more plastic we have to throw away. We got screws, we got 3M things that we'll never use. We have a GPS antenna that can just be easily put in with the USB package, but no, we have to wrap everything in plastic. That's what we're gonna do. So probably won't even use that because I'm pretty sure this is wireless. So why do they give you this? Who the hell knows? But we're gonna use it for charging purposes. Maybe we'll put it in here, be a nice guy to Mr. Steve. But let's see if it actually reaches. So let's keep unwrapping and throwing away. Don't throw these guys away, because if you do, you can just reuse it for doing the wire. Why waste more, right? Why use more tape when you don't have to? It already comes with it. So let's use what they already gave us and tie it back up. Now, after all this rant, I was going to start installing something. But here's what I came across. This tiny little piece of sticky just isn't enough. So let's go get some Velcro, because I found a nice spot to put this antenna right above this vent. This vent goes up and up, and there's a nice flat spot. But it's certainly not going to hold with this guy. So let's go get some Velcro. Now that will hold. Let's start installing, because we've been talking too much. Let's get this out of here. Let's tuck them up in the dash, and there you go. Right above that. That puppy ain't going nowhere. Now we got the slack we needed. Let's actually start working. Antenna's gone. Microphone's next. This panel pops right off. And here you go, as proof. Clip, 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 clip. Just pull in the right spot. Pull right here. This is the hardest spot, in the corners. So get this guy out of the way, and with a big zip tie we use as a snake, we're gonna pull the wire right through the dash. Because we want the microphone right there, because your voice travels from here to there. So let's do it. Take the Afro Puff off. It's really for wind, but it's only used if you want to put it up here. Keeps wind noise down. But since it's going there, it too is garbage. Yes, it's off-centered, but that's flat, and there's a void right there. You see it? This curve? Nah, right there's better. So now that you see I've talked more than I've worked, because that's the whole point of YouTube, we're making progress. Make sure the radio sits upright. That's all. Let's start wiring. Even the remote is wrapped in plastic, which is also what? That's right, garbage. Can you make sense of that? I can. Let's explain. ASWC, pre-wired. Plug. On the camera side, we have the Cam 6V, this guy. Okay, let's trace him back. That is the blue-red. So that is input to the camera, which is in this plug. Okay, so watch with your reds, because it does have a little tag. 6-volt camera power, that's your input. Now, blue-white is your power turn-on. So that goes into your AM/FM, which no one ever uses anymore, and to your TR4, which is this guy. Now the yellow got cut off because this is not an Alpine, it's a clearly a Pioneer. Right? Right. Now, on the TR4 side, we have numerous grounds that we need to make sure we don't forget. We have a ground coming for the camera, so there's a black wire for that. On the TR4, there's also a black wire, okay, plus your radio, plus your harness wire, and the Cam V also has a black wire that needs to be grounded. So, can you make sense of all that? All your grounds are put together. Now, light green, that is going to go to our reverse wire. I'm going to take off the parking brake because some meathead will say, look, it's a parking brake wire going to the reverse wire. No, it's free wire, so I'm using it. Capiche? Capiche. Since we got the TR4, we don't need to put the e-brake on. We're not going to. We never do. And everything else is wire to wire. White, black is your speakers, gray, black, green, black, red's accessory, yellow's power, constant is more speaker wires, which is the purple and the gray, and you put them all together with these things that I call nipples, and you use a crimper just like this. Again, they're all in my descriptions of all the tools I use on a daily basis. So, with that being said, we have more tools, but we'll get to that later. So let's put some tape on this thing so make it look nice and pretty, so you understand that once it's actually all put together, there is a method to the madness. Now this one isn't so nice. This particular Honda has the cheapy plastic, not the typical Honda plastic. So worst one's gonna give you a smack is this. You gotta get this guy off. Right, of course, I use my handy dandy tool, and I did it a few times because I didn't want to stress out the plastic. If you look as you do it, you can stress out the plastic. There's a little point right there. That's actually a stress crack. That's not a stress crack, but it's stress from the plastic. You're stretching it. Okay, you can use a fiber stick, but the problem is this particular style is a pain. So you use a fiber stick, which is a little white plastic piece that I have somewhere over here. Is it in here? Yeah, that little white thing. Okay, this guy. You can try it. It's just, you gotta, it's this particular clip style. This particular clip style just sucks. That's all. But you can get it, obviously. Look, you see, I got it. And then you gotta take the rest of the dash off. Now, be careful over here, okay? Since you have this guy off, this touches up under here a little bit. Technically, this is supposed to separate, but it wants to come with because this separation right here is weaker. This clip, look, you see? These win compared to this because these guys are closer together. So have fun. If it comes off for you, whatever, no big deal. Just as long as it's coming off. So there you have it. With my handy dandy snake, I snaked the parking brake wire, and we're gonna go find the reverse wire. So let's twist this guy up. I don't care for taping. That way someone knows it's aftermarket. Let's not bother them, you know what I mean? Let's not make them think too much. So reverse wire is pin 1, wherever the hell that is. I will find it and I'll show you. Yay! Yay! So let me show you the wire location. It is pin 1, like I have been instructed to do so from DirectX. And that is, if you look at the plug, there is the first wire. See it moving? That is your reverse wire. Okay, so after my struggle of getting the steering wheel control work, they were not working properly. And so it wasn't doing anything. Now you got volume up accordingly, right? Volume down. Okay? You ready for this? The wires from Metro themselves, they claim to be correct. But they are not. So you have to switch the white green and the gray red. And that will allow you to work it properly. So what it was doing before, it was auto learning. I held it tapped it or did auto, and it didn't do a thing. It still learned. Okay, so it is picking up the idea that you have steering wheel controls, but these were not responsive, weren't doing anything. The phone call was doing the volume down, right, and this one was doing source. Okay, so this was doing nothing. So after tinkering for about 10 minutes, you have to switch these guys, like I just said. White, green, and gray, red. These are data wires coming out of, this is pre-wired. No, I didn't do this. This is pre-wired. You see? I didn't do that. That came with 1731. And so I will leave you with that. So we are in the home stretch, and everything is taped off. GPS, check. Antenna, check. Microphone, check. All the extra harnesses, just plug them in. You don't need them. Let me show you. Most of them you don't need. This is steering wheel control attached with the camera. Okay, great. That's what we needed for this particular car. Great. The other ones, just leave them in there. Sirius XM tuner, leave them in there. Be a nice guy. Do yourself a favor, and just get rid of them. Throw them in the dash. Everything's plugged in. We're going to stuff everything in the dash, and you're going to put the last 2 screws in. So there you have it. Like it, don't like it, share it, don't share it, subscribe, don't subscribe. Thanks for watching.